Hello everyone and welcome to Mtoto News Insight. I am Anlin Barbara. Children in today's generation are going online in ever greater numbers and increasingly rely on the internet for a range of basic needs and rights for education, play, information, communication, and family relations. Children's rights extend online as well as offline. The internet is increasingly associated with many of the major physical, sexual, and psychological harms from which the UNCRC holds that children should be protected. It has been argued that the internet has become the main technology through which children with access, skills, and agency exercise the information and communication rights protected under the Convention. Globally, children comprise approximately 1 in 3 of the total population of all internet users. In more developed countries, children under the age of 18 comprise approximately 1/5 of the population. In less developed countries, however, children constitute a substantially greater percentage of the total population, between 1/3 and 1/2 of the population. There are risks for children using the internet, which are grooming, sexual abuse, and sexual exploitation, including child pornography, bullying, and harassment.
When someone tells you they're going to give you $6 million, sometimes you think twice when you've not really thought it through, isn't it? And that's why we are here to talk about some of those things that come up online. People come up with offers and they're like, yo, I'm going to give you this and that if you give me this details, if you give me your credit card details. Then you end up finding your parents' account balances next to zero. When you've done your hair and you feel nice and no one says you look nice, sometimes you flip it so that they notice, isn't it? It happens even on the online space. We can flip up afros, we'll work on that.
Opportunities for children using the internet are education and learning, information and digital literacy, participation, voice, and agency. The 2017 Global Report focuses on creating awareness for violence in childhood all over the country. According to the report, 1.7 billion children as at 2015 had undergone some form of violence. This represents 3/4 of the world's children. This shows that all children, no matter the background they are raised in, experience violence either at home, school, in the streets, or other public spaces. No child is exempted from the horrors that come with experiencing violence. It is recorded in the report that children experience violence in different stages of their growth. They continue to suffer aggression and fear due to underreporting or lack of it. However, there is a sigh of relief for all children who were, are, and are likely to be victims of childhood violence, as all stakeholders are called upon to act. Governments all over the world are tasked with the responsibility to protect and uphold human rights and human dignity for all. Other institutions involved are also called upon to exercise advocacy in order to exterminate violence against children. In relation to that, many positive benefits can arise in children who grow up in a non-violent world, free from fear and insecurity, and surrounded by caring adults and friendly peers. In the Ending Violence in Childhood Global Report, actions to prevent childhood violence included breaking the silence, improving knowledge and evidence, strengthening violence prevention systems. Working together can help build a violence-free world for all, a world worthy of its children. To matters safety, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, in collaboration with the World Health Organization, has conveyed a report to improve global road safety together with other partners of the United Nations Road Safety Collaboration. The report provides an update on the implementation of the recommendations contained in General Assembly resolution. It also provides an account of activities undertaken and achievements accomplished by the global road safety community. Rafael Masinde with more.
This is in fulfillment of the objectives of the Decade of Action for Road Safety for 2011 to 2020 and of Target number 6 of SDG number 3, aimed at reducing road traffic deaths and injuries by 2020, especially for parents and children. A number of events have also been held since the issuance of the report by the Secretary General, like the United Nations Conference on Housing and Sustainable Urban Development held in Ecuador, whose new urban agenda included a commitment on road safety. road safety management, safer roads and mobility, provision of safer vehicles, safe road users, and post-crash response were the elements discussed about road safety. Since submitting the previous reports to the General Assembly, the conclusions and recommendations that were put across included scaling up action on all areas of road safety, addressing road safety holistically, ensuring political support and financial commitment for the SDGs to reduce road traffic deaths by 2020, developing comprehensive legislation on risk and protective factors, supporting the WHO-led process to develop voluntary global targets on road safety risk factors and service delivery mechanisms, and strengthening the enforcement of existing legislation and advocacy efforts in order to achieve reductions in injuries and fatalities.
Over the years, pornography has been seen as a vice in society, but as time flies, the same society, especially the children, are embracing it. The question is, are parents aware that children have access to pornography? Or are parents so lenient that a child can access pornography and share explicit content with their friends and strangers? It is high time parents understand that a child who has access to pornography material can be an easy target for online sexual abuse. That is why at Mtoto News, we encourage the parents to raise sexually safe and healthy children, as it is the key to prevent sexual abuse. Parents should also keep count of what the children are engaging in social media, because pornography has devastating physical, social, and psychological effects on children. We believe all children deserve a great childhood, and exposure to any aspect of pornography gets in the way of their goals and growth.
So internet addiction, number one, removes you from focus. Things like schoolwork, sometimes your grades can get affected and your relationships can get affected. Your friends, your family, they can get affected. So it's important to learn how to balance your time.
Every child deserves to be protected no matter what. It takes us all to take care of this generation that will be our leaders. I am your host, Arlene Barbara. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Mtoto News. Have a blessed day.